Hey everyone, so we're here at Knoebels today, a very crowded day at Knoebels. Thanks for tuning in if you're catching this live, even if you're catching it on the replay, thanks for watching the replay. So we're basically just going to walk around the park. I am testing out some new audio equipment, so let me know in the comments if it's working, if it sounds good, if it's any better or worse than what we were using previously. So with that, I'm going to flip the camera around so you can actually see the park. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Let me see if I can get comments up on the screen. There we go. Okay, should be all set now. It looks like there is a performance going on the stage right now.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I had a bad day. Last night, my mom told me about ghost pirates. I'm afraid of those. Then the twins threw a rock at a seagull. But the seagull was actually a fairy, and the fairy said they would grant me 3 wishes, so I wished I were a real... boy.
Enough talk of fairies, Elliot. And take off that ridiculous scarf. Where did I put that extra fishing pole? It's gonna be around here somewhere.
That's really fun. I've never actually seen that going before. I wasn't sure if it was actually a puppet show or a stage play or what exactly it was. Let us know if you'd like to have us come here and actually watch the whole thing one day, because I've never actually watched it myself. I didn't know what it was about or anything about it. They do a really great job with those puppets. Take a look at this. They have a parasol ride that's under construction. I don't believe this was here previously. Do you remember this being here previously? A little birdie told me that they were planning on putting in another ride here. I didn't think it was going to be this kind of ride. Hopefully it'll be done soon. It looks like it's well underway. Speaking of rides, we can take a look at the progress on the Bayern Curve. It's still not open yet, so we'll get around that way. Right now we're still at the back of the park near where the Haunted Mansion is. They have the Super Roundup. And we're over here by the food court restaurant. If you saw our last Knoebels video, we took a look at this restaurant. This is probably my favorite restaurant at this park. I love this Gator Bite sign. It's a perfect photo opportunity. Off in the distance up there, Phoenix, the Phoenix coaster. There goes the coaster now. I'm hoping that we have an opportunity to ride that later today, but the crowds here are kind of insane, so I don't know if we'll get a chance. We will, however, walk over that way. I'm going to try to go around the park as much as I can. Okay, well, thanks for letting me know that. I guess I can put a mic cover on. I actually do have mic covers for this mic. I probably should have put it on. I was cutting it close to the time when the stream was about to start, so I was trying to hurry up and get the stream started, and I didn't bother to put the cover on it. We're over here by Jen's favorite, Cornelius, the ear of corn. Jen's a big fan of his one-tooth smile. I love these little mascots they have around this park. I am glad to know the microphone's working though, even if it's not the greatest sound. Hopefully next time when we have the cover on, it'll be less, it won't pick up the ambient noise as well.
Billy, do you want to look at the locker
There's a row of carnival style games over here. We've never played any of these, but what really stands out to me about them is the signage above each one. Have a cat meowing late into the night, having a boot thrown at him. Let me see if I can get away from this tree. I love the signage for this, even though there's not actually a name of the game on there. Next to that is Derby Race, which you roll the ball down these straight tables and into holes to move your horse along. And then there's Whoops with the hoop highlighted. Obviously it's a basketball game. And on the end is Goblets, which is one of the Goblet games. I just love the signage for each of those. The Chalet Gift House over here. We've never actually gone inside of here. We might have to do that today, see what kind of things they offer. Here we go, the highlight of the park, the Phoenix. And this right here, this is the real test of how good this microphone is, being near this loud carousel music that's playing in the background. I'm not sure how well the microphone's picking that up, hopefully not very well, but if it is, we'll work on that for next time. But yeah, here is the Phoenix. And not only is this the actual Phoenix, but inside of this little train car shaped building is a model of the Phoenix. Let's see if we can get it without getting too much reflection. Even the station's on here, so the train car is within the train car. It's kind of funny. Train carception over here. And there's, in the background, a whole bunch of awards and plaques as well. This is a great model. I like this model almost as much as I like the actual coaster. July 7th, 1998, 266 rides in one day for Krista Marie Galvin. That will never be topped. That's an impressive feat. This is a great photo op right here. You can sit in a Phoenix car with the Golden Ticket Award from last year behind you. This coaster consistently wins the Golden Ticket for Best Wooden Coaster, though I personally disagree. I I'm a big fan of the Beast at Kings Island, and even within this park, I actually prefer Twister. I know a lot of people prefer the coasters that have a lot of airtime, and this one, I can't say that this doesn't have a lot of airtime, because it certainly does, but I just prefer more than just airtime to my coasters, and Twister has more of that than Phoenix. Another photo op that's right nearby. This cool little antique car. Jen's hurrying in to have a seat. I like that they have signs behind each of their photo opportunities so you can have something to know what you're looking at when you take the picture. Oh wow, that car's not very sturdy. I can't believe it shook like that when she sat down. These cars go on a fun little track, but it's not as fun as the track that the train goes on. The train here, which we'll come to the train station later, but the train will actually go back into the woods a little distance. That's kind of a nice, serene view, nice and peaceful. Every ride at Knoebels uses tickets, as you can see, for the antique cars. It's $3 if you want to drive, and $2 if you want to sit in the car and just be a passenger. Here we go. Here's what I was hoping to come to here on the right. There's a lot of things I'm hoping to come to, but this is one of them. Here is a look at the park map. You can see for a free admission park how big this park is. The purple numbers are the actual rides. The blue numbers, which there are many, are the dining options. So it's definitely easy to find something to eat here at Knoebels. They even have a table service sit-down restaurant here, which a lot of smaller amusement parks don't have. Oh, also, before I walk away, if you come here and want to have a picnic, they have several different picnic pavilions as well. They're all down here in the corner. If this starts getting weird like this, I apologize. It's because the microphone is weighing the phone down a little bit. There we go. We go. Okay. Now we're back on track. You know, we rarely come out to this part of the park. We usually stop at the Phoenix, so we don't usually see this. The Fandango, it's a giant frisbee style ride. I honestly didn't even know that they had one of these here. I'm learning something new today as well. Doesn't seem like it's operating today, but I really like the frisbees, so it's good to know that they have one here. They also have a little kid-sized go-kart track, the Katy Turnpike. And oh hey, look at this. I'm seeing all this for the first time. There's a Cosmo in the center of this, dressed as a lumberjack. The tumbling timbers. I love all the Cosmos that they have around here. That's really fun. Okay, let's get back into an area that's not a dead end. That would be fun. Maybe if I go back and edit this video after it's done, I might add some sound effects if the camera does weird stuff. Hopefully I won't do that too many more times. I'm trying to keep it under control as best I can. Let's see, which way to go, which way to go. I don't know if you saw our post about this live stream. I mentioned that this park isn't really laid out in a traditional like circular or hub and spoke style fashion, so it can be kind of confusing to navigate around here. Even before the live stream started, I already got lost once. So I'm not exactly sure the best way to go. I'm trying to figure it out as I go. And also trying to get away from this loud organ music, but hey, at least it's not copyrighted music, so I'll take it. We'll go around the gift shop here. This is good. We're coming to Flying Turns. I'm just sort of winging it here, but if there's any place in particular you want to see me go, let me know in the comments. I'll try to head that way. So, we rode this coaster for the first time, the last time that we were here. Had a lot of fun on it. I'm glad to see it finally open consistently. Across from the coaster is a year-round Christmas store, complete with Santa out in the front and a couple of soldiers at the entrance. The Christmas Cottage, gifts for the Yuletide season. And they also have a sleigh, but they tell you specifically not to climb the fence to sit in it. But here you can still get a good look at it. This is also the North Pole out in front where you can sit and get your picture taken in front of Santa. That's a nice touch. Oh, they have a frog bashing game and it looks like it's closed right now. Let's go by one of the unique quirks of this park. As you can see over here, we're passing by what looks kind of like just a regular house, which I think might have at one point been a regular house. I'm pretty sure it's probably maintenance equipment and whatnot in there based on the fact that these are sitting here. But it's really strange that they have houses on the property. This isn't the only one. If you head over toward Twister, which we're going in that direction right now, you'll see even more of that. There's a couple of openings where you can watch the Flying Turns go by. This isn't officially one of them, but this could be a really good spot to see the coaster. Once one comes by, let me see, I'll wait a couple of seconds, hopefully. Sounds like something's clicking up the lift hill, so it shouldn't take too long. I don't want to stand here too long and waste too much time, but this will be a really good shot if one comes by. Jen's over here in the meantime, if this... So she's tagging along behind me. Oh, here it comes. Okay, should be coming any second now. And... right next to that's the Stratosphere. As you can see from the bench. Let's see if I can get this without the camera flipping. it's a little bit sunny up there. I don't want to point it all the way up as much as I'd like to. I think we'll be okay. That's not too off. Now it's kind of bad. We've never ridden this one either. There's actually a lot of rides now that I'm thinking about it that we haven't ridden, but we have been to this section of the park at least. Thanks to it being in close proximity of a couple of coasters. Yeah. They have other benches here that also say Stratosphere on them. This is a relatively new ride. I think it just opened a few years ago. We're going to go across the street here to one of my favorite coasters. And yes, there is a street, but no actual cars go down this street. It's only golf carts that the employees drive. So you don't have to worry about anything happening to you. As you can see, there is a Starbucks across this bridge that leads to the Twister. It probably would get less. There are actually two Starbucks in this park. This, I assume, is probably the less busy of the two because it's tucked away across this bridge. And the coaster, as you can see, is $4.50 a person, which for a coaster isn't too terribly bad, especially a really good coaster. You cross over the stream and you're greeted on both sides by more houses. This one on the left, let's see if we can see. Sometimes in the backyard there is a swan. I'm not sure if the swan's out there today. Trying to see if we can find it. I don't see it. That figures. I was hoping we could get the swan on camera. I don't know if it's their pet or if it just likes to stay there or what's up with the swan, but it's really strange to see a swan just chilling in the backyard of a house. Before we get to the Twister, there's a little firefighter style water squirting game. It's kind of like a shooting gallery, except you're shooting water rather than bullets, BBs, whatever the... I don't really do shooting galleries, so I'm not sure. I'm assuming they shoot BBs at the things. Maybe just laser lights nowadays. It's probably an infrared gun that they use, but yeah, this one for $1.25. You can shoot water at these targets and the characters will animate. They also have a change machine in case you only have cash. But yeah, here we go. Twister. And you can see on the right, going around the curve here, they put some new wood not too long ago, making a much smoother ride experience. And if you can hear through the microphone, this park is dog friendly. Doing that. Okay, there we go. I'm trying to keep the microphone level with the phone so that it doesn't drive the gimbal crazy, but it doesn't seem like it's working too well. You take a lift hill to get to the lift hill. This curve right here is two tracks that run in parallel, so you'll actually see the train come by twice. Yeah, they go 1, once and then they sort of circle around and they come by again, which is how I'm assuming how the coaster got its name. You swing around in a circle twice like you're spinning around a twister. That's a great turn right there, I love that. They have a ticket booth right here for you to buy tickets if you don't already have them. And also, more importantly, there is a bathroom right here, kind of tucked away. Next to the bathroom is the Starbucks. I assume neither of these, the bathroom nor the Starbucks, gives much attention as their counterparts elsewhere in the park. There's also, when it's open, a gift shop right here. Looks like it might be open. Let's see what kind of things they sell over here because I've never really paid much attention to it. Let's see. Oh, okay, you can get photos. I forgot that they had a camera on Twister. You can get photos, and they also have some t-shirts over here on the side. It's a pretty nice design. It says Knoebels Twister, established 1999. Yeah, and speaking of the bathrooms, Knoebels does do a great job of keeping the bathrooms clean. Thanks for mentioning that because I didn't even consider that for a minute. I've only actually used the bathroom at the very front of the park, which is right by the Impulse coaster. But that one is a clean bathroom, and Jen's used plenty of the bathrooms around here, so she would know. Yeah, kind of dead ends there at the Twister and the Starbucks, which is why a lot of people don't go to that particular one. So we'll cross back over this bridge and take a look at the other areas of the park. So, how's everyone doing today? Thank you for tuning in to the stream. I appreciate it. Yes, Jen's a bathroom savant. If you have any questions about theme park bathrooms, ask Jen. She'll be able to tell you. I appreciate everybody watching. Has anybody else on the stream ever been to Knoebels? If so, what rides do you prefer here? And if not, what rides are you looking forward to riding if you ever have a chance to visit? The park has a lot of your typical theme park rides. They have one of these ships where you can turn the fin and make it swing outward or inward. They also have a couple of smoking areas. Here's one right here next to this ride. Continuing past that is another bathroom. So they have a couple of them very close together. They have an abundance of food places and an abundance of bathrooms here. Across from there is the Fudge and Nut Shop, which they have some really good. I actually haven't tried their fudge, but they have their candied nuts are really good. We've had those before. Oh, one thing, before we get too far down this way, there was one more thing back the other way I wanted to show. Let me turn around just real quick. This is why it pays to have a circular path in your park. You won't miss things. Up here, if we would have continued down the road instead of detouring toward that ride, here is the entrance to the pool. I'm not going to focus too heavily on the pool because I don't like to put people who are swimming on camera, but I at least want to show you approximately where it is and then the size of it just real quick. Right across this bridge heading toward the Ferris wheel. You can see on the right here, there is a diving board. And the sign in the distance that says swim with Dexter, one of the 3 park mascots here. So over here is the pool as I pass by, and if you see in the background, there is a water slide back in the trees as well. So let me move along from that. I don't want to linger on that too long. Going this way actually takes us closer to Impulse. You can see the big blue track with the vertical lift over here. There goes that microphone again. See, that's my fault. I wasn't thinking when I got this microphone, I wasn't considering the fact that I would also need to buy something separate to attach it to the gimbal so it'll stop doing this. But I've gotten something now, it just hasn't come yet. Next time we go live, I'll have it handy. Actually, next time we do a vlog, I'll have it handy, so this shouldn't happen in the future. Over here, where it says Knoebels Grove, this is the line for the train. I really love this train ride. It's really relaxing, but the train itself is kind of small. You can see it only seats maybe 1 adult per row. If you can see back there, it might be a little difficult with the crowd.
Honey, gyro?
This building right here, the Alamo, you can see, you can go up to the window, order a variety of things. They have hamburgers, cheeseburgers, turkey burgers, various.
Yeah, that's a, yeah, my phone. Let me call you back.
Okay, cooperate gimbal, please. Chicken sandwiches, sodas, pickle on a stick, and ice creams and other desserts, coffees. They have a whole bunch of things, but not only does it serve some things at the window, but you can also go in this entrance here and they'll seat you at a table and you'll have a server and you can order off a menu there. This is the only table service restaurant that they have at the park, but it's nice that they have one at all. Not only that, but over here, a nice touch. Have you ever seen a cactus in an apron? One of the many fun little characters they have around the park. Here's a special Haunted Mansion version of the menu. They have characters on here that match the commemorative tickets that they are offering right now for the Haunted Mansion's 50th. Unfortunately, it looks like these are only kid-sized portions, so I'm sure they'll let the adults order them, but the portions are probably very small. Here's a look at the regular menu, if you're interested in visiting the restaurant. Pretty good variety of things. Now I've gone all over the place so much that I don't even know where Jen's at. Popular photo spot over here that I want to show, but a lot of people already taking pictures over here, so I'm trying to not get them on camera unnecessarily. There's a little gift shop with inflatables next to it. Okay, they're moving on. So here there is a big Knoebels sign that you can take your picture under. I am not a Knoebels historian, so I don't know for sure, but I feel like this was probably the original entrance to Knoebels at one time. just based on how the sign looks. It also, you can see, it's hard to see in the daytime, but there's neon running along each of the letters. It lights up at nighttime. If you have any paper products, just for fun, if you don't want to throw them into the trash can, you can throw them in this pig's mouth. They have a stick on the ground. If you don't get it all the way in, they have a stick, you can shove it down. Jen's going to demonstrate. Did it suck it in like a vacuum? It sucked it in like a vacuum. That's funny. I didn't realize how that worked. I guess you have to have some pretty big paper in order to need to use that stick. Let me see if I can get around to an angle where you can see people grabbing the brass ring on this carousel. One of the only remaining brass ring carousels. They do also have, like any good amusement park, they have an arcade. I'll just take a quick run through that in a minute. I just wanted to see if I can find a good spot to show the brass rings. And they have a sign about this organ here, built in 1910. Purchased with the Grand Carousel in 1941, so it's been here a while. I've never taken the time to read this sign. As you can see the line over here, the gold, once you grab the yellow over here that's right in the center of the screen now, the yellow is where the rings will come out. And as you're riding by on the outside horses of the carousel, you grab the ring, do a full rotation, and then your goal is to throw them in the lion's mouth right there. I was actually lucky enough to actually make it in the lion's mouth one time. I didn't get anything for it, it's just some personal pride. It's not easy on a moving target, you kind of have to arc the throw. Yeah, let's see what they have inside this arcade. No smoking and no pets. Even though there are dogs here, they can't come in here. Thank you. Hopefully it's not too loud in here. Ooh. They have a graded Moon Knight comic, a 9.8 grade. Star Wars X-Wing and some Pokemon cards. That's too bad this game is terribly hard. It says this game's only 25 cents to play. I wonder if that's true. It doesn't seem like anything is 25 cents to play anymore. This coin pusher has a mummy on the coins, but unfortunately this one's not operating today. One of these fishing games. Black hole game. try to get the ball into the correct hole to win the most tickets. Now, of course, they have to have skee ball. What's an arcade without skee ball? A digital plate breaking game. I've never seen one of these before. I guess you toss the ball at the screen and try to break the plate just like a real game, except digital. Down a clown, bowling games. Plus, this is also a nice place to come if you need a break from the heat because it's air conditioned. There aren't too many places that are air conditioned in here. I'm not sure if you can actually win these stuffed Wizard of Oz figures from this game, but they have them sitting around. They also have a Pez dispenser collection here with all the characters. They have a Marvel Avengers coin pusher. Has anyone ever played any coin pushers? I'm kind of addicted to them. They're a lot of fun. There's actually a very nice variety of games in here. A Willy Wonka version with a bunch of cards. The main cast of the movie. Any Rick and Morty fans watching? There's a Rick and Morty game. This looks similar to a coin pusher, except it doesn't look like there are actually any coins in here. I guess you drop marbles down. I've seen this game before, but never played it. Huge random for Lupa cards. Minions whack-a-mole. So if you've ever wanted to smack a minion in the head with a mallet, now's your chance.
To start the game.
Here's a look at some of the high ticket value prizes. 7,000 tickets for sets of baseball cards. There's some really good ones for 20,000. They have a Star Wars coin set for 20,000 also.
Say, can I please, Dad?
Some Barbie. Have some Rick and Morty and Scooby-Doo characters down there for $1,200 to $1,250. Jen's excited for this rice cooker. They also have some Hello Kitty glass food store. So I thought it was Tupperware, but it's not. It's actually glass. They have a knife set, blenders. So they're kind of all over the place, but if you come here enough and have the time to collect the tickets, they got some good prizes. Alright, let's head back out. With the crowds being what they are today, the path is kind of narrow in here. It's kind of hard to get by people. Okay, which way to go? Which way to go? Decisions. Alright, I'll follow Jen. Jen's going this way. Okay, you can get some ice cream over here right outside the arcade. They have chocolate, peanut butter, strawberry, pineapple, and then you can get it topped with hot fudge and marshmallow. Oh, and they also have a Haunted Mansion 50th ice cream in a souvenir cup, and as well as a skull float and some ice cream nachos. Oh man, I can't believe they would do that. Now I have to get at least one of those, if not all three. We might have to do a separate video just looking at all of the different food items that they have celebrating the Haunted Mansion's 50th, because I know they have some fries as well at another location. So keep an eye out for the possibility of that video coming up. I didn't realize just how many commemorative Haunted Mansion foods they had around the park. If you want some pizza, you can go to the Oasis here, grab some pizza. Like I said, they do have a lot of places to eat, but a lot of them are clustered together. You can get some French fries over here, though these aren't the French fries I was talking about that have the Haunted Mansion 50th commemorative foods. And they have a memorial to our fallen troops here. This is a nice touch. It's near the entrance to the park, so it's one of the first things you see when you come in. Each one of these statues holding an American flag. There's a scrambler over here with a crazy line. Almost missed this. It's Cosmo. Cosmo just chilling on a golf cart. He's trying to come this way, so let me get out of the way. Hey, Cosmo. Pushiest ride in the place. Here is where the Bear and Curve is going to be, right near the Shoot the Chutes ride. Well, it's technically not that close, but it looks that close because it's right there. And it's always exciting to see Cosmo. That was good timing to happen to be over here. Yeah, so Bear and Curve will be right here. Let me try that again. The Bear and Curve will be right here when it opens. It looks like it's still in the same kind of state that it was in last time we visited. I don't know what the holdup is exactly, but it seems like they haven't done any work on it. I heard that they were doing work on the cars, but it seems like it's been forever since they started that, so who knows. I'm sure it'll open eventually. There's a fun little mini Himalaya ride for kids. I guess adults can fit on there too, but with a kid, I don't think two adults can fit in one ride vehicle at the same time. This is another section. This is kind of off the main thoroughfare, so we don't really walk this way much, but here's a couple more carnival games. Dizzy darts. Try to hit the dartboard that's spinning. Touchdown toss. Obviously throwing a football through a tire. And the quarterback on that sign has a K on his helmet for Knoebels. It's a nice touch. On the other side, block party. Cosmo looking all scared and surprised. Knocking over a stack of blocks, and they have Marvel, Minecraft, and Pokemon prizes here, which is a nice selection of prizes. And next to that is, what does that say, Pong Pool, I believe? Last one is, yes, Pong Pool. So I guess the goal is to get a ping pong ball in one of these floating colored targets. That's an interesting concept. I don't think I've seen a game like that before. Oh, fast pitch. Try to hit the glove of the catcher.
Is that more?
Let's see if we can watch a boat come down this chute without getting too wet. Stand just behind the splash zone here. YouTube doesn't let me zoom in for some reason. Or at least not using the gimbal. It might let me do it if I touch the screen, but I have a hand taken up by the microphone since I don't have it attached to the gimbal, so I can't touch the screen to zoom in. Don't do that. There we go. For those of you who are not watching this live, just know that I did a lot of work to fix this stream. This is going to take some editing since the phone keeps flipping. But those of you who are watching it live, thanks a lot and I appreciate it. That's great that you're tuning in. That's a big help to the channel. And now I'm a salmon swimming upstream. Oh, who knew they actually have an observation area where you don't risk getting wet. Let me see, does this map have a "you are here" on it? I want to see if they, let's see, there is Impulse. Stop doing that. There we go. Okay, so there's the flume, so we're right over here. So yeah, the Bayern curve is not on the map yet. That's what I wanted to see, if they had put the Bayern curve on the map. It's not there yet, so who knows how long it'll be before it's actually ready to go. Yeah, it'd be right about there, and it's not there yet, so. Okay, let's move. Let's see, where have we not been yet? We saw Twister, we saw the pole, saw Impulse. I don't think we've been over to this section of the park yet. Over to this section of the park yet. So let's head in that direction, past the loaf. The loaf is in this direction. One of my favorite shaped restaurants. Oh, we can also go past this Viking over here. We definitely have not been past the Viking yet today. So, if you're just tuning in, thanks a lot for tuning into the live stream. Feel free to leave some comments. I'd like to talk to some of you. We never really have the opportunity to talk much with the people who watch our videos, so we'd appreciate a comment. I'm reading the comments as they come in, so just let us know if you have any questions. Meanwhile, here's a look at a gratuitous Viking. Not quite as fun as the gratuitous Clydesdale, but it's probably 25 feet maybe out in front of the Skloosh. Here's Cosmo letting you know how tall you have to be to ride the Shoot the Chutes ride. Jen's tall enough, who knew? Viking ship up at the top. It's kind of hard to read, that font is kind of bad. That's a sploosh underneath the Viking ship. There is a Knoebels team member sitting on a bench at the entrance. I don't want to zoom in on him, but the sign next to it shows that it's $350 to ride the Shoot the Chutes ride. This building straight ahead with the big S on it is one of the picnic pavilions. So that you can get an idea of what they look like. Big wooden structures with a whole bunch of picnic tables under them. So if you come here, you can have a nice party. They also have a bank of lockers next to the Shoot the Chutes if you want to keep your valuables dry. Oh wow, here's picnic area V. So that's what, 22? They have at least 22 picnic areas here. We're kind of getting away from the loaf, but we're also in an area of the park we haven't been yet, so it's not a total loss. Okay, we'll head back down this way in between the picnic areas. Oh, there's another bathroom tucked away back here. We don't come back here since we've never come here for picnics. We've never come this way, so the fact that there's an extra bathroom that's kind of hidden away, kind of like the hidden bathroom by Twister. You don't have to go far to find some place to use the bathroom if you need to here, which is a big plus. I wish I could zoom in. Up above the lift hill for Impulse are some ski lift cars. I haven't seen that running in quite some time, but they did, or maybe still do, allow people to ride that from time to time. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but yeah, I've never seen it running. I don't know if it just takes you up and then takes you straight back down, or if you can actually, you definitely can't ski up there. There's too many trees, but I don't know. I don't know what that was used for at one time. And this live stream is helping me out as well, because even though we've been here a handful of times, we tend to do the same things every time we come. So by walking around for the sake of this live stream, we're seeing parts of the park that we don't usually visit, and I'm learning what's here more than I already knew. So here's the loaf, the shiny sign up there on top of the building that is shaped like a loaf of bread, which I find to be hilarious. Maybe it's just me being weird, but I love that they have a food place here that is shaped like a loaf of bread. Oh, okay, thanks. I'm waiting for a part for the Skyway. Oh, cool, okay. Yeah, thanks for letting me know that. I had no idea. So it does still run sometimes. Every time we've been here, it's been down. Oh wow, this is the line for the ticket booth. He'd be better off just going over to Twister and getting tickets. I doubt there's even a fraction of this over there. You can also buy regular tickets from the Haunted Mansion. They sell them over there too, even though the Haunted Mansion itself takes its own special tickets. Either one of those options would probably be better than stopping at this particular one. Just following Jen over to the pirate ship. Stay cool with Dole. That does look refreshing, even though that's fake ice cream. But this heat out here, that looks really great. I'm jealous of this penguin right now. Penguin's pointing you to the cookie nook, which has a bunch of snacks. It's too many people up here. I don't want to really get in their faces, but this is a good place to get coffee. If you prefer to get coffee from somewhere that's not Starbucks, you can come here. They also have coffee here, in addition to cookies, obviously cookies based on the name, and some other snack foods. You want to go stand next to the giant pirate? The pirate's almost as tall as the Viking we saw earlier. Oop. There we go. He's got a gold tooth too. Oh, hey. Jen pointed out there are seashells embedded in the ground.
Can you hold Papa's hand, please?
Seashells embedded in the ground and a loud horn coming from the pirate ship. What a day. We've never seen a crowd like this here before. Yeah, you're right. It does seem like Knoebels is becoming too popular. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere a little bit, so I'm really surprised. But I guess the fact that it's a free admission park is drawing a lot of people. Plus, they have some of the really best coasters around. The wooden coasters here are at least on a par with Hershey Park's coasters, if not better. And speaking of Hershey Park, it's nice to see that they have this whip ride here, since Hershey Park got rid of theirs. A little off topic, but I heard that Hershey Park is going to be using the site of their old whip for one of the haunted houses for this year's Dark Nights. That's where they're going to be putting a brand new one. Here's a look at the kiddie coaster Cosmos Curves, which goes right above a boat ride. Or I should say the boat ride goes right underneath of Cosmos Curves. That seems dangerous to be driving on to the support there. But, oh well. I guess if you want to sit still and just watch the coaster go, you got a nice view from that boat. $3 to ride the kiddie coaster. You can walk right out onto the road from here if you wanted to. They have motorcycle parking spots right here, as you can see, and you get a great view of Impulse. The whip's a little bit too noisy, so I'm going to be going away from that. Look at the Cosmos Curve sign. Can't get enough of these signs with Cosmo on them. These seats on the swings here look very small. Yes, they definitely need to start investing in high capacity rides. These swings are fairly high capacity, but yeah, the pirate ship around here doesn't hold many people. Twister, Phoenix, Impulse, especially Impulse. I can't believe the line isn't way out the door for Impulse on a busy day. Casa de Refrescos. Oh, they have snowballs here, pretzels. A snowman convincing me to buy snow cones. I'd like to meet the person one day who does the artwork for their signs here. I love all the signs. Candy corners. Oh, this is where you can get some lemonade, candy apples, kettle corn. They have several places you can get kettle corn here. Even though I've never actually ridden this ride, I really like this one. This is definitely a low capacity ride here, which is the main reason I haven't ridden it yet, but I'm very interested in giving it a try. They call it the satellite. I don't know if you were able to see it going in the background when Cosmos Curves was going. If it doesn't take them too long to get it started due to the low capacity and the slow load time, I'll stand here and watch it in action. As long as I don't run into people in the process. There it goes. Okay, that didn't take long. I guess now they have to unload the other one. Oh. Okay, that's good to know. It looks like it never entirely goes upside down, is that correct? This gimbal isn't liking me holding onto this microphone too much right now. That's pretty cool. So what exactly do you hold on to on the ride? I can't really see inside of there to tell exactly what they're holding on to. Is there a grab bar or... I'd hate to be the people that are just sitting up at the top waiting for the ride to actually start. While we're waiting for it to get started, Jen came over to this candy apple orchard and decided to get a drink. And of course, as soon as I look over there, the ride starts. So here you go. Oh, bars in the front window area. Oh, okay. Ah, okay. I see them holding on now. Now that I'm actually now that I know what to look for, I see it. That's cool. Thanks. That does look awkward. I see why you're saying that. One of these days we'll ride this. The line today looks like it's a little bit too long. Maybe earlier or later in the season. That part I wouldn't like, where it stops right there. Yeah, it seems like you would be swinging and smacking up against the sides of the ride vehicle the whole time you're riding. But I don't know. We'll find out the hard way one of these days. And there we go. Okay. That's the ride.
For all personal safety, we ask that you please remain seated with your numbers down and keep fast and direction from crossing and complete stop.
Another water squirting game, shooting waters. Looks like you can win a stuffed red panda in this game. I probably shouldn't have said that because now Jen's going to want to play. An interesting stipulation there. It says winner must change gun. Never seen that on one of these games before. Series of family restrooms if you need to change your child, or you just need it for whatever other reason, not necessarily for a baby changing, but that's probably the main reason to use it. Here's a little bumper car. Next to the bumper cars you can get an idea of how high the floodwaters were about 12 years ago, all the way up to there. That'd be almost up to my neck. Let's see, which way to go, which way to go. Let's go this way. Just like the cars, if you want to ride the boats, which the boats are right here, if you want to ride the boats, to be a driver it's $3, and to be a passenger it's $2. You can't have more than 2 adults in a boat, which I don't think, you'd have to have a third adult sitting on someone's lap to fit in those seats. You aren't kidding about the low capacity rides. I never really paid attention before, but man, everything around here seems like it holds 1 to 2 people per vehicle. Something going on up on the stage over there. I'm going to try to stay away from that. As much as I'd like to show it, I don't think YouTube would appreciate me showing it. I got these little Red Baron style planes. Reminds me of a ride at the Cedar Fair parks, the Snoopy rides that they have over there. And if this will turn, there we go. They have a ride, they specifically tell you they're kiddie boats. So no adults in those boats. We're getting over here into the kiddie section because they also have kiddie cars over here. Nice selection of kiddie rides, but they're kind of expensive to be kiddie rides. You would figure they would charge a little less for the kid rides, but no. Here's one of those everyone's a winner type games for $1. Over here in this area, this is where I heard originally that they were going to put the Bayern curve, and I thought it was a little bit crazy because this area is pretty small, and now I see that they're not actually putting it here, which is kind of good because I don't think it would have fit here anyway. I don't know, I don't remember where I heard that, but I was clearly wrong.
Please stay in your seat hold on tight. The clock will start back. Go on the animal, please don't run the zigzag. There's a nine, hold on tight, turn your right.
This is fun, a self-propelled kiddie car around a track, a little mine car. That's a nice little touch. I just tried a sip of that apple drink that Jen got while we were watching the satellite, and that is a very strong apple flavor. It's really good though if you like apple. Those hand cars are $1.50 if I can get the gimbal to focus. Hand cars are $1.50, which is a little more reasonable for a kiddie ride. So I guess this is just an 80s cover band on the stage right now. Trying to move along. Have to get past this area. We'll go across this bridge over here. I love these bridges, how they're guarded by little soldiers. Almost reminds me of the Christmas shop, having the soldiers out in front of them. What are these made out of? It doesn't. I was trying to figure out what they were made of. I don't want to have the camera right up on them like that, so I'm just going to move along. They don't look like wood. I thought they were wood at first, but I don't think they are. Let me go across this bridge. Get a nice look. The next bridge over, the train actually goes across that bridge if you ride the train. Too bad we're not catching a train going across right now. There's a little kiddie Ferris wheel here. That's a nice view from up there too. It'd probably be fun if adults could fit on there. There's some more kiddie rides over here as well as another ticket booth. If you saw the ticket booth up at the front of the park, this one is a very big contrast to that. There's like nobody in line waiting for this one. So as long as you don't use that very first front ticket booth, you should be okay. You shouldn't have to wait too long. Take a look at this little mini waterfall they have over here. I'm not sure. I need to look at the ticket booths to see if they have a listing of how much each of the rides cost, because I don't remember actually seeing a listing anywhere else. You would think they would have a central location that tells you everything. They have a little kiddie helicopter ride. Little kiddie boat ride as we cross yet another bridge. This water is very shallow and still though. It's not as fun to watch as the other bridge we just crossed. Oh, and they have another water squirting game. This one themed to medieval times rather than firefighters. They have a random witch down here. Not sure what the witch has to do with anything, but this looks like fun. This one is also $1, quarters only, and change machine right there if you only have cash on you. I love this giant log that they have here. 220-year-old white oak. Cut down and removed from the farm of Mr. and Mrs. Dick Bowling. I don't know how old this sign is either, so this could be significantly older than 220 years. This is almost like a little mini museum over here. At least it's kind of quiet. 150-year-old handmade solid cherry lathe. They have a lot of places around here dedicated to industry. They have the mining museum over by the Black Diamond Ride. There's a stone wheel that was also donated. The world's largest baseball bat? It does kind of look like a baseball bat. They can do custom lathe work too, according to the sign right here. This is kind of amazing. You can tell they still use the shop back here to carve wood. Here's a bunch of signs you can get and the prices for them. It looks like the small ones are 10 to 15 and the bigger ones can go up to 50. It looks like, oh, there's one, the one up at the top that looks like a key is 55. So yeah, depending on size, the price ranges from, it looks like $10 to $55 from what I can see. We have a shingle saw. Doesn't look like this one's been used in quite some time. It's 1800s era. Ye old kettle corn. $8 for a gigantic bag. Huh. We started our stream in front of the Haunted Mansion, even though I didn't actually turn to face it at the time. I just sort of started walking away from it. They have commemorative tickets that they've been releasing on a monthly basis, and we grabbed the third one. They're up to the third of 5. We grabbed that third ticket and then we started the stream. So we're back around to where we started. They also have a photo op in one of their ride vehicles out in front of the sign there. You pick up, since Haunted Mansion uses a separate ticketing system from the other rides, here you get your tickets here in this booth. That's the only place where you can get the tickets for this particular ride. If you haven't seen the video that we did about the tickets, here's a look at all 5 of them. When the gimbal cooperates, there's a look at all 5 of them. Right now, this is the one that's currently available, but I believe tomorrow is the last day for it, and then they'll move on to this one. They also this year started adding an on-ride photo. You can view your photo and this horse-drawn carriage here. And then there's a sign over here that tells you how to get it. Visit one of the souvenir photo stands and provide some of this information. I love the eyeball cake that they have here with the flies.
Yes!
Looks appetizing. Haunted Mansion is a very difficult ride to record because there are things on both sides, so you can't really see everything on one ride through, at least not on video. Let's see, I think we've almost seen most of the highlights here from here, when we started the stream, we went to the right, so let's go straight this time. Couple more games and signs. Roller bowler. Try to roll a bowling ball over a small hump and have it not roll back. It has to stay on the other side of that hump. And then a tic-tac-toe game. Roll the balls down and try to align 3 lights by rolling the balls down here. It's kind of like the horse racing game almost, except you're trying to hit specific holes. Love the architecture on this pizza place. It's hard to see because of all the trees in the way, but they made it very Roman. They have Roman columns. The pizza sign has statues on top. Some nice work. And too bad there's no smell-o-vision because the pizza smells great. That's interesting. In the window, a lavender lemonade. Never seen that anywhere else. Oh, and they also have a Haunted Mansion 50th souvenir cup. It's got the cake on it that we just looked at. That's pretty awesome. You don't have to get anything in it too. You can just get the cup for $4. Making a mental note of all the Haunted Mansion 50th stuff. We're trying to collect as much as we can. We're a sucker for commemorative stuff. If you're still using cash, they have an ATM over here. Are you asking top 5 favorite at this park? Sorry, I missed your comment earlier. Top 5 favorite at this park. I personally like Twister, Phoenix, and Impulse. And in terms of flat rides, you know, I never really did a top 5, so I'm not sure. We typically focus on the coasters here, so because the lines are often long. Oh yeah, of course the Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion's great. And the ride that we're also coming up on, Black Diamond, it's really fun. And so we haven't really, to be honest, we haven't really given a lot of the flat rides a chance. We need to make some time to do that, maybe in the off season when there are less people here and we spend more time riding stuff. But yeah, we definitely like the coasters here. Coasters are awesome. Coming up on what is both a mining museum and also the Knoebels History Museum. I was fascinated by this last time we were here. I didn't realize how much detail was in there. They cover a lot in there, especially to be free. They have a nice theme going in this area too. To the left of the museum, they have gemstone mining as well as these train cars over here. And you can see if you want to pan for gems, you can get a single or a double. Single is $7.50, double is $10.95. You can find arrowheads, you can also find fossils. When you first enter the museum, you enter into a gift shop. That's where you can get the items where you can pan. Beyond that, behind the gift shop is the actual pair of museums. They have a petrified tree stump, and then this behind the petrified tree stump, this giant rock is actually a 10-ton lump of coal from Mount Carmel. It just looks like a rock, but it's more than that. Thankfully, those signs are out there. Jen touched it to verify that it was coal. Nice little statue out here. That's a bronze statue. I like that they label their things that they have around this park so you know exactly what they are. Tribute to the miners. Next to that is a train engine that kids can play in. Well, I guess technically adults can play in there too, but that's for kids. And here is Black Diamond, their indoor coaster. I use the term coaster loosely, though I love the ride. It reminds me, if you've ever been to Dollywood, it reminds me of Blazing Fury at Dollywood. It's half coaster, half dark ride. It coasts for a little while, but there's a lot of slow-moving show scenes in there as well. You can see they have a blacksmith. They have an assayer's office over here. I see the Black Diamond Company store, an explosive shed, and a post office. And let's see, I think I need to get a little bit farther down to see what the last store is over there. This ride is $4 to ride. If you can see the sign at the far end, it's not bad considering the other coasters are $4.50. The last store is the mine safety office. You can also sit in this car, which if you choose to sit in this, I hope you don't have claustrophobia because that's a very low ceiling and a very tight space. Another train car marked with explosives. Keeping with the theme. So, I should ask you, you asked us about our top 5 favorites. What are your top 5 favorites here? I wish you could shop in the company store, I guess. I guess shopping in the mine shop right there is good enough. They have some decent stuff in the mine store. I'm tempted to go in there, but at the same time, it's so quiet in there that I feel a little bit awkward talking to, essentially to myself while I'm walking through there in the quiet. But yeah, do you have a top 5 list of rides at the park? If you do, let us know. I'm curious to know what you think you prefer here. Do you like any of the water rides? A lot of good water attractions here that we've never done. Let me take a quick walk into this gift shop here. Since the last time we were here, I see that they put up a Haunted Mansion 50th banner on the wall. This wasn't here last time we were here. That's really nice. Oh, it's not a banner. It's the Haunted Mansion 50th throw. That's a pretty good size throw. It's $41.50. They have some Haunted Mansion 50th souvenirs in here. They also have some at the gift shop at the front of the park. They have Cosmo and Dexter plushes. And a reusable shopping bag. I get distracted from the actual souvenirs that are in here by this backdrop. I really like the backdrop in here. Bunch of gemstones in here. These are some nice postcards that they have here. Especially this one. Cosmo, Dexter, and Creeper. Especially since a lot of the parks are starting to announce their Halloween activities. That's especially appropriate right now. Gemstone candles. Supposedly enhances creativity, enlightenment, healing, intuition, etc., etc. Oh, scenic skyway after a great meal. That's a good idea. Yeah, I could see why that would be. That's a good list. Yeah, after we rode Flying Turns the first time, last time we were here, I really kind of fell in love with that. We only have ridden one other bobsled coaster, and that's the one at King's Dominion. And I thought that Flying Turns was actually better than that one. So yeah, that's a good list. Yeah, I didn't really see a whole lot of, I know I was only in that gift shop for a couple of seconds, but I didn't really see a whole lot of Haunted Mansion 50th souvenirs in there. I might have overlooked them. There were a couple of spots that had a lot of people in there that I didn't want to really get in their way, but yeah, they just had that throw in there. Over here they have a t-shirt shop, which obviously sells a bunch of t-shirts and stuff. This is another place you can get a lot of Haunted Mansion 50th souvenirs in this building. And even more importantly, across from the t-shirt shop here, this SS Jolly Trolley is actually open selling snacks. Every time we go by this place is closed, so I'm actually really excited to see that it's open. I didn't know until our last visit that this actually was something other than just scenery. Looks like they just have drinks and popcorn, basically. You can add flavor shots to your lemonade. So not a crazy impressive menu, but it's still nice to see that it's open. I think Jen walked in this store. Around the back side of it is a carousel museum. They call it the Brass Ring. Walk by this area every time we come here, but I've never actually gone inside of it. As you can see, it says free admission. Let's see, maybe I'll stop inside as long as we don't lose Jen in the process. Oh wow. That's cool. A bunch of Knoebels carousel shirts. Oh wow, this is cool. So, if you've never been to this park and you've never been in here to the Carousel Museum, I'm as new to this as you are right now. I've never been inside of here before. This is really cool. We're always too busy and never make time to stop in here. I'm glad I made time to stop today, even though the gimbal's acting up. Stop acting up. Okay. They have plaques about each of the horses too that are around the room. Gives you facts about each one. That's pretty cool. I'd love to take the time to sit here and read all this stuff. I don't want to bore anybody, but just wanted to get a quick look at what all's in here. Please give your children their fare. That's pretty funny. Making sure that the parents weren't holding on to all the money, and then the ride operator had to count everything, make sure the right amount was paid and everything. If everybody has their own individual money, it makes it a lot easier. Some of these look almost brand new, like this dog. That dog looks like it was just put in here yesterday. Neon sign for the brass rings. I'm assuming this used to be on the Knoebels carousel at one point, to let people know where to put their rings if they didn't try to toss them into the lion's mouth. I'm going to have to come back in here and look around more slowly later. This is pretty cool for a nerd like me, at least. Thank you. I'll see where Jen went. She's probably shopping. Oh. A couple of Haunted Mansion shirt designs I've never seen before up in the window. We were in there recently looking at shirts. We saw the designs they had. They didn't have these designs. This one in particular, I wish the reflection wasn't on it. They have most of the creatures that are on the commemorative tickets too on this shirt. That's a pretty cool shirt. And then this skeleton with the horse and carriage, that where you can get your pictures. I'm going to stop doing that now since it keeps on making the gimbal go crazy.
There was two left over from this morning.
So I think we've pretty much hit all the major spots at Knoebels here. I think I want to end the stream over here by one of my favorite parts of the park, Cosmo, just because I love a good pun. So, hope you enjoyed. We appreciate you watching, and thanks for leaving comments. I enjoyed talking with you. That's what I was hoping out of these live streams, was to be able to talk to the people who watch our vlogs and everything, because it's always nice to talk about amusement parks with people, share a common interest. Big old dog coming by. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Kane Moyer. Thanks a lot. You too. I appreciate you watching. Probably going to wait to put this stream back out until I have a chance to edit it, since it decided the camera wanted to flip a whole bunch of times. But eventually, this will be back on YouTube to watch the replay once all the jumping is gone, edited out of the video. So keep an eye out for that. We'd appreciate some likes. We appreciate the likes that we got on the live stream. We'd appreciate some likes on the replay too. It really helped the channel. So thanks a lot for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching, but the fun's not over yet. Click the box in front of my face for another fun video, or click my tree to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another video.